everybody, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Debbie. This is my crafty den, and for some reason, I just decided today that I want to make some tags. So I'm going to use some of this. This is just cardstock that I got at Dollarama. There's nothing special about it, but I'm going to use this. Plus, I'm going to use this paper pad, and then I'm just going to work on my tags as I go, and I'll see what happens. Quite often when I come into my craft room and sit down, that's how I work. I don't have a set plan in mind. I just come in and see what happens. So if these turn out nice, you'll see the video. So I'm going to start with my cardstock. And I'm going to cut this into 3-inch strips. This is just going to be my background. So I like my tags to be about 3 by 6 inches. It's just a nice size for a tag. So 3, 3, and 3. And then I'm going to, so I'll probably make 3 tags today. So 3 tags and 6 inches, just about the 6-inch mark right there. And I'm just going to cut that off. So I've got my 3 tag bases. So sometimes I'll cut my papers out of this. Sometimes I will just go through my paper pad and see what happens. I might leave some of this card showing. Isn't that pretty? That would look really cute on a tag. There's these pieces. Tags are perfect for this, guys. So here's a piece right here that is a perfect example. I have this already. I've already used this. I may have used it on a tag before. I don't know if I did or not. But this is also a really cool thing for a tag. So when I look at my tag, that kind of works for me. That bit right there. So what I may do is just take my pencil and then I may cut this piece out. So I'm going to put this. I don't know how much of this I'm going to be able to use. It's just, that's what I'm wondering. So I'm going to put my side right over to the tip of this, like that. And that this paper is cut right here, so I'm going to put that down. And I'm going to just do this so that when I lift this up, I can kind of see what I have here and what I'm going to be able to use on this. So this is already cut into here. So I don't think I'm going to cut this out that way. I'm going to do something different. I'm going to grab my scissors. And I'm going to cut this out like this instead. So this is what I'm going to do. So what's everybody doing today? It's beautiful out here. It's like +3 degrees just, and it's a little bit breezy. So it doesn't feel really warm, but it's warm enough that the water's dripping, the snow's melting, and the water is dripping. That's such a good sign, isn't it? There, so I have this piece. And when I put this piece on here, because there's not a huge contrast, this doesn't really pop off the page. So I'll look for something to put behind this. I do want that piece right there. And I'll show you, because I think it's going to be perfect for the top of the tag. So I have that piece. I'm just going to set this aside for 1 second so I can see what of these pieces I may be able to use. So I'll think about this kind of an arrangement. So I'm going to leave those two over there. I am going to trim that off. I'm going to grab my glue stick. I'm going to cover my work surface with a piece of brown bag before I start gluing. And move these out of the way, and I'm going to see what happens here. So I'm going to glue this one first. So I think I'm going to, yeah, I'm going to put that on the outside edge. So I'm going to glue that to there, like that. Then I'm going to take this, and I'm going to put it like that. Yeah, like that. I'll have to cut that little bit there off, but that's okay. I'm fine with that. For me, making tags is all about layering papers. That's just, I love doing it. And if you're using papers from one paper pad, it makes it simple because you know everything's going to go. Like, everything is just going to go. So I have that. Now, do I want to put this like that? I might want to put this under here. I'm just going to pop that up before that dries. I'm not going to put any glue right at the top of this. I'm going to bring that down just about there. Right about there. Maybe even a little bit higher. Maybe I'll put it so that this little curve here is at the top, and then there. So I have that. I have some of this washi from the washi tape shop. I've been using so much of this lately. I've been using a lot of it in my planners, but wouldn't she look gorgeous on here? But she has to be fussy cut out for sure. So I'm going to grab my tiny scissors. So I'm going to put her here like this. If you overlap something as thin as washi like that, then you should make sure you've got it folded right over those creases. But there's this blue flower that was with her. This one right here, which is absolutely gorgeous and will go with the blue flowers that are on here. So I want it as well. I like the way that it's turning out so far. But I think it needs a butterfly and it needs a blue butterfly. Does it need a big one or does it need a small one? I like this one right here. Now these butterflies right here are not, they only have glue just down the center because they're raised, but I don't trust that glue. So I am going to use some of this on here as well. And I'm going to, because I need to glue this all down. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue on these wings to hold them as well. And I think I need that there. And another one up here, just right up there. I'm going to do the same thing though. I'm going to put a little bit of extra glue on these wings. I just want to make sure that they stay put. So that there. And there. Just like that. I might trim that off right there. That's okay. I like that. So I have a couple butterflies. And I think I'm going to set this one aside now for a little while and work on another one. So that's what I've got done so far. So I'm going to grab another base. I'm going to look for, oh, look at these ledger papers. Are they not? Ooh, like this is meant for this, because look at this. This piece of ledger paper is the same width as this. All I have to do is glue it on here and cut it off. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put my glue right on my tag. So you don't have to have any of this paper to make your tag backs. You could use a bit of cereal box, any kind of kitchen packaging, any kind of chipboard that you want. Yeah, anything that you want you could use. So it doesn't quite fit. I mean, it's just a hair off right there, but it's close enough for me. I mean, look at that, guys. It was like that piece was just screaming to be used on there. 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 That's perfect. I do have my corner rounder, and I think I'm just going to round the corners on the top of this one. Just like that. There. Now you could use tags for bookmarks. You could just put them in Happy Mail and send them to somebody. There's a ton of things that you could use tags for. I do just love this in the background though. So this one, this is kind of having a spring feel to me, and it's natural that I would kind of gravitate in that direction because I'm thinking spring, feeling spring. Oh, I just want spring so bad. So yeah, butterflies feel like spring to me. So what am I going to layer on here? I think I want... So I just went through my scrap box a little bit, and I found this little wee piece, and it's white. So it's going to show up on here. And I'm going to put it, I don't want to set this down in the glue. Gluing is the messiest thing, isn't it, guys? So I'm going to put it off to the side like this. I always keep little bits. I mean, this is perfect for there. there. And then I have this Dilutions ink spray. And I haven't used it in a long time, but it seems like the perfect time to pop it out here. So just so I don't get it all over my surface, I'm going to do this again. Just lay that down there and give this a spray. Just a spray. And let that dry. There. I'm really actually loving that. Now, I do have all kinds of these butterflies in different colors. And I have these purples. So it just makes sense that the focal point on this one will have to be one of these purple butterflies. But before I put that on there, I've got my washi tape here. That's really pretty. So I have these kind of carnations. Now this is from the lilac wide washi tape, but throughout that washi tape, there's a little bit of these white florals in here as well. There, so I trimmed around it a little bit because I know the back of this is the backing on the washi tape, even though it's like semi-translucent, it's going to show. And I'm hoping that these will show up. I'm going to put these, where am I going to put them down closer to the bottom or closer to the top? So already, because these look green when I hold them over here, they look more of a purpley color when I hold them over here. That's the background for sure. The background showing right through. So I'm going to press this down everywhere, make sure it's stuck down really good. And I kind of trust this washi a little bit more than some. There. And if you take the back of your thumbnail or you take a an embossing tool or something and you give a little rub on your washi, it'll almost make that translucent background disappear. So that's what I have. You can see the flowers, but you can see the background through it. So now a big purple butterfly. Let's open this package up. I've used a couple of these in my planner spread. So these are open. So I want one of these. I think this one. So I'm going to put some glue on here. I mean, I don't know that this is going to hold this down or not, but it makes me feel better about it anyway. So I'm just going to put that right there. Put it down right there. Now the glue that's down the middle of these is really pretty strong. So I'm hoping that that'll hold it, but yes. So that's that one so far. I'm going to set it aside while I think about it. And I'm going to grab the last tag. So for this last one, I think I'm going to stick with something that is very neutral. So I've got this one and I've got this one. They really look differently. If you work on them separately, they don't all start to take on the same look. But I like this little bit right here. Now, all of this writing here, it kind of looks like the word dream there, but that's the only thing that I can make out. So it's very non-distinct. Let's get some glue on here. This is the LePage's glue. This glue is really pretty sticky. Really pretty good. I almost don't like working with it because it is so sticky and I get it all over my fingers. So let's put that right down in that corner so I don't have to trim that. And then let's get this off of here. There, so I have the background of this one done. I love using scrapbooking papers for tags because it makes them so easy to do. Okay, so what are we going to do on this one? I'm going to go with the butterfly theme again. I have these pink butterflies, so let's change up the color of the butterflies on each tag. That'll make them a little different. So I'm going to just make these really simple, guys. So I'm trying to keep my time down. I have, oh gosh, this is such a pretty washi. So I'm thinking, I'm going to cut this off here like this, but I'm going to keep this. I'm going to keep the greenery because I want to change up the direction that greenery is going. Okay, so I have this. And I think I want it to go like this. Maybe like this. Yeah, second guess yourself. But I want to use these pieces that I cut off because I also want them to go on here. So I'm going to trim them out. There, so I have that piece, this piece. Okay, so I think that looks like better like that. But I want this coming out from underneath it so that it comes higher up like that, and then this coming up out of here like this. I'm going to take this, well, you can kind of rearrange this in washi if you want to. So I'm going to kind of do this, and I'm going to put this piece down near the bottom like this. I'm not going to put this down yet. I'm just going to let it sit there. I'm going to take it and lift it up and put this piece right in behind like this. Now a little bit higher, like that. So that it comes up good like that. And then this piece, I haven't pulled this down very good yet. This piece is going to go alongside. But I want this leaf on the other side of it. I'm just grabbing scissors willy-nilly all over the place here. So this piece will go right here, like that. There, all the way up like this. And then I'm going to take these two little bits and use them as well. My dog is sneezing, so that one goes there. And this one's going to go where am I going to put it? Right in here, I think. Yes, just like that. So I've just rearranged these a little bit to give myself a different floral arrangement. So I like the way that that goes. Now this needs a pink butterfly. Let me take this out of the packaging because I know there's a glare. I'm kind of liking this one right here with a little bit of black trim on it. So there's a big one and a small one like this. So I actually think I'm going to take this one and put it right down here like this, and then take this one, this little one, and add it up in here because I don't want to change them out. I want the butterflies to kind of be the same type. So just like that. There. That's kind of pretty. I need to trim my corners. I'm just going to round these out. Like that. So this is what I've got so far. Now I want to go around the edges. I've got my Sharpie pen. So I think that's as wide as I'm going to go for around the edges. The first one that went crooked wasn't on purpose, but so now I'm just going to make them go all wonky instead because that's the way they were going. And then when I get up to here, I actually don't think I'm going to stitch up and around that. I think I'm going to stitch right across the top here so that it looks like I've stitched this on there. There, I switched to the Prismacolor C marker and it's got a little wedge tip on it and I like that. It's showing up better. So I like that. I'm going to do this one with it as well. There. So I wonder if I can go over this one with this and make tiny little lines and have them come up darker. I think I can. There. Now I'm just wondering if there's other little things that I want. So I think I'd like to have some pearl dots or something like that on here. So I have my little bucket of stuff that I use. So I'll probably use some of those and So before I use those, I'm going to put these down and I'm going to go around my edges just with some color. So I think I just want to use on this one some color. So what am I going to use? The vintage photo, I think, because I want this to be darker. So I wasn't sure what was going to happen with this, but as I go over the washi tape picks this up really good, and it really darkens the washi tape. It makes this look really old and vintagey. So I'm going to take some off. Oh my goodness. So if you go right down through the middle, it darkens everything up and just makes that look like a full card. So yeah, just love the way that that looks. I need a little bit more on this corner. A little darker there. So yes, I'm liking the way that that looks. So I like that one. Let's put that there. And I think that this one needs the vintage photo as well. I'm wondering why this is running just in certain spots, that ink. And it's a permanent ink. That is the Prismacolor. Yeah, it ran a little bit. Not too much, but it did run a little bit. So I like that one. And I'm not going to put any more on because if I do, maybe a little bit right in there. If I do, I think that I'll change the look of the card, and I don't want to do that. But it does look really gungy down this side now. I think it needs more on this side. Oh yeah, that's much better. Much better. I like a lot of coloring. Some people like just a very subtle hint of it, but I do like a lot of coloring. So on this one, I'm going to do something different. So I'll put the lid back on that one. But I have the Distress Oxide in the peeled paint, this pretty green. And I'm going to use it. Yes. Yes, it's going to look really pretty. Oh yeah, I love that. It changes the whole look for me. And I absolutely love the aged, old, vintagey look of them now. So to finish these off, I actually might not punch holes in these ones. I may just take a piece of ribbon, and I've got this really dark green, has little loops down the sides, and I think they are really, really cute. So I'm going to just cut a piece of this. it's cut in a point on both ends. And I am going to tie a knot like this, just a little knot like that. And then I'm going to take my tiny attacher. My tiny attacher has been sitting in something, and something must have spilled in my drawer. But I'm going to take my tiny attacher, and I'm going to attach this right at the top of, well, like that. Just above the knot so that this doesn't pull up. So this is tied in a nice tight knot, and then I can take this and trim that off. So that's just tied on there like that. And I do this sometimes instead of putting a hole through. So I've got that one, and so I'm going to take some of this lace ribbon, and I'm going to cut a piece like that. So I think I want to put like a bow on the top of this one. So I'm going to take this bit of lace ribbon that I cut, and I'm just going to fold it across like that, across like that. So fold it down, fold it back, fold it down, and fold it back like that. And I'm going to put it on here. I'm going to take my tiny attacher, and I'm going to find the middle of my bow and the middle of my paper and staple that like that. Then I'm just going to open this up like this and let this kind of flare down like this here at the top. And I think it just looks really cute at the top. So you don't have to have a string at the top of your tag. And if you want this to stay down like a little banner, you might have to put another little wee staple right in there like that. So you actually have, you can see your staple, but I don't mind that. And I do kind of love this little kind of hanging down ruffle there. So I have that one. And on this one, so I think I'm going to just put a piece of ribbon on this one. And just, you don't have to tie a knot. You can just take your ribbon, put it in the center like this and hold it. Then use your tiny attacher just like that and put your tiny attacher on there and staple it. If you don't like the look of the staples there, which I don't mind, I kind of think it gives it a little look of its own, but you could always hot glue a button or something like that on there. To finish these cards up, I am going to go to my liquid pearls, I think. Yeah, I'm going to use some liquid pearls. So I'm going to, I think I'm just going to put 3 little dots here and 3 little ones here. So 3 little pearls there. And 3 little pearls there. And remember that once you've put your liquid pearls on, that's the last thing that you're going to do because they take a while to dry. So I'm going to set those ones over there. I'm going to get the white pearls. This color is, it doesn't even have a color. These didn't come with colors on them. I wish they had of. there. And maybe there. Gravity just, I'll show you the first card. Gravity just makes them lay down, and they do just look like little pearls on your paper, which I think is so, so pretty. So that one, and I have some silver, but I think gold would look nice on this one as well because of the background color of this. There. I don't know why I always want to do more than one set. Like, that's plenty. But I do think I want some little ones up here. There. So I'm just going to let these dry and they're done. So I do hope that you crafted something up while you were watching today. And if you enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up. I hope this did inspire you to be able to get out those washi tapes, those dollar store stickers, those paper pads. Get them out and make something, guys. They aren't doing you any good just sitting there. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, go ahead and do that now before you leave. And I'll see everybody in the next video. Until then, bye-bye for now and have a wonderful day.